I'm Wendy. I'm doing a project called Story Power, which helps it combines the techniques of storytelling with mindfulness, narrative therapy, a few other things, to help us on our journey of self-discovery. I was led to this project over the past couple months with lots of encouragement and lots of signs that, this is the right thing to do. Recently, I was also encouraged to infuse myself into the project, including video. Now that made me freeze up. I worked through my process. I did a short video about that process that I did about fearing video. And then I remembered a man who I admire named Kyle Cease and his project, 100 Days of Self-Discovery. And I revisited that. And I thought, I am going to copy that format in the sense that, for example, as a writer, if I admire a writer, I'll read everything that person has written and try to incorporate what I like into the writing. So I hope that's okay to do, if that makes sense. My rules for this project are that I would wake up every morning, sit quietly for a bit and center, give myself a topic to discuss, make my coffee, drink some, and then go 5 minutes, no editing, just practice. So this is meant as simply practice. The huge safety net I know that I have is that no one will be watching these because I don't have an audience. So I feel like that's a really safe, secure way to let me step forward and practice. When I feel a little more comfortable, I'm planning to do these in a live stream so that I really can't cheat, because to be honest, this is the fourth time I've tried this morning. Things happened. But those are my ground rules. I tend to be a person who does these types of projects in my life. I don't usually share them. I try to keep them really private. This is the first time that I'm actually specifically doing a project for self-discovery and self-growth that actually requires me to share. I guess it's kind of a form of cheating that I'm not going to tell anyone, and I'm just going to keep them really quiet. Anyway, as far as facing my fear goes, I have found it really, really interesting that what I'm terrified of is being seen. This is hard to talk about. I'm really afraid of being seen for who I am and then rejected. I believe a lot of us feel this way. I mean, Brené Brown, the vulnerability of just being authentic is huge. I mean, and obviously there are things, I'm getting nervous. Obviously there's things even right now that I'm choosing to say and choosing not to say. So of course, to a certain extent, this isn't full authenticity. Breathe. But it's pretty close. And yes, I realize that my fear is that in doing this project, which requires me to be authentic and real and vulnerable, if I infuse myself into that project, I'm going to be infusing my real self in, and I am terrified. I typically hightail it when I get close to showing someone who I am. And if I don't get 100%, applause, Wendy appreciation dinners and awards and, I'm just being, that's really honest. I retreat into my solitude again, where I'm actually really comfortable and happy, and I stay there. It's just how I work. So this is huge for me. And I'm really looking forward to the growth that I'm going to get. I'm really looking forward, too, to learning how to video things, because I know this video sucks. And this is another thing I want to say. I've got 6 seconds. I am also very clearly allowing myself a baseline. I'm going to go over 5 minutes to get this recorded for my own sake. This is a baseline. I know nothing about lighting, obviously. I know a tiny bit. Some people told me a couple things a couple days ago. I know nothing about lighting. I'm not wearing any makeup. This is me first thing when I just woke up. 1 cup of coffee. And I don't know very much at all about the logistics of making a video. I have done some work on TV, and I've done some, I have a little bit of an understanding of how to, I have a tiny understanding of it. Anyway, so this is a baseline video, and I'm hoping, it was interesting, very similar to Kyle Cease's first day video. I am hoping that I don't know, I'm also not going to give myself a timeline when I'm finished with this practice. I am hoping, well, of course I will, because I will be finished, to see the improvement, to be able to track. This is the very beginning, and I can then see my progress in my love of, but I will be able to see it as like a graph, and I'll be able to visualize, wow, I was started here, this is where it got rocky, potentially, this is where I made a huge improvement, and this is where I felt like, yeah, I nailed it, I get it now. So, very terrified. Wow, this is probably one of the most scary projects I've ever done. And I got to admit, I'm actually also really, really excited. I kind of feel like that little kid. This is weird. I'm going to just say this out loud and then end it. My feelings, and maybe I'll do this every time too, is a check-in right in the middle once I've started. In the beginning, I was super calm and together. My stomach is not just tight, but it's burning. I'm soft belly meditating. Just a moment. There, it's better. Wow. And I think that I was feeling that feeling as a way to escape myself. Every bone, everything in my body in that moment, wow, was saying, just get this video finished and get out of there and just hide. This is going to go over 5 minutes because I need to see myself through to the end and end present again. 8 minutes. Okay. This is extremely vulnerable. I think if anyone ever does see this video, I think it's helpful to see the process. Potentially. I'm back. Recentered. Wow. It's possible. So day 1, it's Wednesday, what is it? Wednesday, December 6th. Oh, wow. Auspicious day. I really do look forward. In the middle there, when I was getting extremely anxious, I also had a feeling of that first day of Christmas, or the Christmas morning, when I was little, and the anticipation and the excitement and the possibility. So, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. Cool.